What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Chevy 254, man. This is what I call after the storm. It just rained, and we just revealed some more issues that we got to handle on the box Chevy. I figured it out. Let me show you what happened. Let me show you how I'm gonna solve it. Let's get into it.
I be looking good. I be gripping brain, nigga. I be gripping wood. Okay. Hey. My Chevy. I'm gripping in my Chevy. Okay. I'm flossing in my Chevy. I'm riding in my.
I left it on. I left the key on accident. So now we're good to go. Being that I'm not planning on doing nothing major music-wise in here, no way. Regular starting battery should be fine. We just don't want to get stuck and shit. Like I said, I got these wood planks for this. I'm probably gonna go ahead and buy the credits for this computer for HP tuner, so I can go ahead and flash it and have control and all of that. So. What else? So yeah, just gotta move some stuff around, man. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen with all of this. So yeah, I still got some tinkering and stuff I gotta do with this. Shout out to my dog Guru. We gotta chop it up. He gonna give me a little bit, couple tips about, you know, doing some things, trying to get this ready, and we go from there. As you can see, I cleaned out the windshield. There's a lot of dust, and now that thing look beautiful. So here we are back inside of the Chevy, and we basically have to address an issue that you may or may not have ran into if you was watching my videos. But as y'all always know, the same way I can put it out there, if it's wrong information or misguided information or whatever it is, man, I go back, I correct it, so that, you know, y'all don't make the same mistake I do. You dig? So with that being said, I'm making some wires on the grate. Alright, so this is the issue. It looked like a motherfucking forest pond, whatever you want to call it, back here, and that's because water is leaking into the car. Now, the reason that it's leaking into the car is because it is overflowing from where the water is supposed to be running out these drains. Now, none of the drains are clogged. However, if you look at the diameter of that hose, let me put y'all in better position to see. If you look at the inside diameter of that hose, come on, focus, bitch. Anyway, you can see that small, right? Alright, so if you look right there, you can see that that is much smaller than the opening that we have right here, as you can see right there. So what we're gonna have to do is, what's happening is a bottleneck. You know what I mean? So, especially since my car is sitting like on an incline or whatever, all the water is like rushing back to this hose right here, this one and that one. That's the reason why it's only leaking in the back and not leaking in the front. So now where you would originally have 4 drain hoses, now you really only got 2. And those 2 aren't even flowing efficiently because they're getting backed up with all the water, which is causing an overflow, which is causing lay puddle in the back of the Chevy. So what I'm gonna have to do is go to, my plan is, and I waited too late to be able to do it today. I'm gonna have to take it to, I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot, either go to Home Depot or go to Home Depot, Home Base, Lowe's, and get plastic tubing. What this plastic tubing is gonna allow me to do is to keep a larger diameter on the inside so that the water can actually get through there and drain out of the car. It doesn't back up like it does, and everything is good. Another thing I was going to attempt to try, and I still might, is basically if I just simply went, with a larger diameter hose, like, I don't know what size is on there, but this is 1/4. So it's probably like 1/4 or something close to 1/4, as you can see right there. Boop. They don't want to focus on the hose. Yeah, so anyway, if I went up to like a 5/16, that might solve the problem. I don't know. I don't want to have to go back and do this again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the plastic nylon hose and go from there. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad idea. Like, will the nylon be more prone to ripping than, say, this rubber hose? I don't know. I think I kind of want to go get that shit tonight, though. The other stores is closed, but you know where it's not closed? O'Reilly's. So I think I'm finna go to O'Reilly's. Give me some hose. Let's go get these hose. Alright, so we done made it back from the stove. We got our thicker hose ran up there with some little adapter pieces that we made from the different hose. This looks to be holding pretty good. Definitely seems to be flowing a whole lot better. I can't show y'all in the trunk because you can't really see, but doesn't seem to be any water getting inside of the car. So grab our hose. This way if it was coming down, you can see it. We're gonna just get it nice and wet up here, simulating rain, storm. Oh, it's storming, it's raining, it's snoring. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. Alright, so we look inside our 2 problem areas. Are not leaking at all. And with that larger diameter 5/16 hose, we are good to go. I think I've seen a couple drips right there, but that's about it. That might just be from a little overflow, but for the most part, I think if I straighten out that hose over there, then it'll flow a lot better that way as well. Gravity will do its thing. So now that I pretty much got that done, I'm gonna have to redo the front ones. I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum the water up out of the car with the shut vac, so that we don't have no issues there. I don't want that. You don't want that water sitting in your car. Okay, then we'll be back to square one, fighting rust and shit. So let me get this plugged up, get the water vacuumed out, and cut it back on. Now that That is pretty much accomplished. Got all the water out of there. Some nasty shit, bro. Some nasty shit. But it's out of the car. We're good. Put some towels in here. Just sop up the rest of the little bit of moisture. And then, like I said, replacing those front ones, man, it's gonna be imperative too. Because one thing we can't have is when we put our new carpet in there. Oh yeah, new carpet alert. When we put our new carpet in there, we can't have that bad boy leaking. So we can't have it leaking here, especially not on the new carpet. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, man. So we out here late night working in the lab. As you can see, pretty much got the majority of the wiring and shit done. A couple little things still gotta get taken care of, but for the most part, look a whole lot better, right? Good enough for me. Good enough for government work. So for my compressor, I know I had the old plug on there, but when I changed the compressor, of course I had to change the plug. If you need this plug, if you didn't get it from the junkyard, I had one, but I didn't want to dig and look for that shit, man, so I just bought another one. Part number is 37215. Yeah, 37215 is the part number, and go from there. So we'll pop this out the box. That's what it looked like right there. And we can easily just take that there, plug it onto our connector here, like that. And then from there we'll have the ground, and we'll have the green wire that's running from this harness here. As you can see, I didn't cut it on this side. I cut it on the other side where the plug was at. I don't know, just because. So the dark green wire is gonna go here to that. The other will be a ground. You can ground it like behind here on the engine block, or run it to the frame, you know, wherever you choose to do it. Yeah, that'll take care of that as far as the wiring for the AC compressor. So yeah, dark green will splice and solder that in right there. And then the light green, shout out to DeMarcus, aka Mr. LSX, he was saying that this one I can pretty much wire it to a relay. It'll get a signal that when the AC is on, it'll kick on a second fan, and then you know, cool it off. Make sure that, you know, we're getting enough efficient cooling for the condenser and, you know, the engine and all of that. So yeah, man, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, shit, I'm trying to get the rest of all this stuff done. The next part that I'll do is I will go ahead and get this clutch fan off. Figure out how we're going to wire the radiator. Well, not wire the radiator, but figure out how we're going to wire the power over here to the fans. Because it's pretty much going to have to be two relays that are ran. So we got two fans, one relay will be coming from the air conditioning, click on the second fan, and the other one will be coming from this unit over here. I got them label, but you probably can't see. I just got it kind of tied up, whatever, and then make sure that we get the correct power to that relay, so that when the ground signal is sent, then it'll ground it out, and then it'll kick on both the fans. So that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, got the little torch, heated up the wires. This definitely helps if you're, trying to solder thicker gauge wires. So, check that out. Get it from your local Harbor Freight. So yeah, the next thing that I'll do here, shout out to my boy Caprice Lee. He was telling me that on his, with this AC line, it just had to be bent a little bit, possibly, to get that on the back of the compressor flush. And then after we do that, once we get that mounted on there, man, we ready to pretty much vacuum down the system and then fill it up with Freon. Make sure we ain't got no, vacuum it down, make sure we ain't got no leaks. From there, go ahead and fill it up with Freon, and then we down there ready to ride. Like I said, there's a couple more things I still gotta do. Still gotta do the output shaft seal for the transmission. I got that over here. Like that. So I got that on deck. Probably what I'm gonna do after I finish this up, get all this done, I'll flip the car around, back it in, and do it that way. I guess it really don't matter, but I mean, for me, I think it'll be easier, especially being that I do a lot of my work at nighttime, and then that way I have a light from the garage up under there. Yeah, man. Like I said, trying to pushing and striving to hit this deadline. Like I said, it shouldn't be too tough. If anybody knows, there is like a little metal bar for the blend door. I think the one on mine broke. I can't show y'all because ain't no light in there. But the light in there, or the little bar in there, dropped. I'm gonna see if I can find it. If I can't find it, then try to hit the junkyard, see if I can get one for that blend door so that I can switch between the heat and the AC. That way all this won't be for knots. Yeah, that's pretty much it.